Hello, in this video, I will show you how to create assumptions using Oracle's Crystal Ball Excel add-in. So if you have your Excel open, please make sure that you close all your Excels before you launch the Crystal Ball. I will click on AJ Apps. If you don't have this, please Google Lemoyne application jukebox and go from there. I click on AJ Apps and you will see that there are a bunch of software packages that we have on campus. I will use Crystal Ball, which is C, right here. I will click on Launch and Continue and wait until it's downloaded. Click on that. Take some time, just wait until you have the pop-up window. I'm using the remote desktop using VMware to reach my virtual computer. That's why probably things will take a little bit longer than usual for me. All right, now as you see here, I have a Crystal Ball tab. So what I would like to do now is start my open up my Excel file that I created so that I can work on a file. I will open up just the file that I created. All right, so now make sure that you have Crystal Ball tab open here. And this is the file that we created in our previous video. So now, based on this historical data, historical prices, I would like to calculate the growth rates. So to be able to calculate the growth rates, I would just create a new tab here, growth rates for this 5 years data. And what I'm gonna do is first use the date column, Control C, Control V, and now I can copy the titles too of these companies, Control C, Control V. Now we can calculate growth rates. Obviously, I'm gonna miss 1 month of data since I don't have any data from before April 1st, 2015. So growth rate here will be May 1st, 2015 Apple value divided by April 1st, 2015 Apple value. If this is greater than 1, that means the stock price went up. If this is less than 1, that means the stock price went down. You can see the stock price increased by 4% here. All right, so now I can just drag it right, the right down corner, black cross, double click to drag the formulas down. So I calculate these growth rates for these companies. And the assumption here is that the growths are random. There are so many decision makers in the field and they can just buy and sell for different reasons. Accumulation as a whole, we assume that it is random. However, it's based on a distribution. So now what I would like to do is create a distribution for each company and make sure that I understand correlations between them too. To do that, I click on Crystal Ball tab, and then here you will see more tools, and then you will see batch fit. All right, so now when I did batch fit, you can click next, and it's asking me that the data is in columns. Yes, I have my data in columns. I don't have headers because I have blank cell here, as you see. Maybe I should just delete this row so that it will be much easier for me. I close this, delete this, right click, delete. Okay, let's do the same things again. Crystal Ball, more tools, batch fit, next. Data is in column. I have headers now. I have column has labels and also row has headers. All right, so I have 4 data series and 59 months of data. Perfect. Next, I will let the software choose the right distribution based on the right goodness of its statistics. I would like to have my results in the current workbook in a new sheet. I would like to have my data downward. I would like to have correlation metrics between data series. Not only that, I would like to link my forecast assumptions based on the correlation metrics. So I check these 2 boxes, click next. These are not necessary, but I would like to see, let's don't create this. I mean, you can see the assumptions if you want to, or goodness of fit report, but I'm not really picky about that right now. So let's click run. Now, Crystal Ball found us the best distributions. As you see here, the best distribution for Apple is Weibull, and you can see the p-value is greater than 0.05. That's excellent. I have here American Express, which is also p-value of 0.05, greater than 0.05. So as long as these values are greater than 0.05, you are all right. So that software could not find enough evidence that these distributions are not the right distributions. So we assume that these are the right distributions for these companies. What I would like to show you also is that here, let's say Bank of America, if you click on define assumptions, you can see the behavior of this. So my software will generate more probabilities around 1, but there will be some cases that the stock price in 1 month will go down more than 20% and it will go up by more than 20%. Another thing I would like to show you is correlation metrics. I'll click OK. You can see the correlations between your data. So now Bank of America is correlated with Apple 0.35, positive correlation. When Apple goes up, Bank of America goes up too, you can see. American Express actually much more correlated because probably they're in the same industry, banking industry. You can see the correlation coefficient is very high. It's important to correlate the metrics because you cannot just generate random numbers without constant correlations, because I know that if Bank of America goes up, American Express, same industry, goes up too. So I cannot just generate random numbers completely. And it looks like there's a weak correlation between Coke and Bank of America. All right, click OK. I want to show you something hypothetical. In this case, everything ends up pretty well because my p-values are greater than 0.05. But let's say your Coke was not, p-value was not 0.05 or higher. Let's say, I know it is, but I want you to be prepared for this if you choose a company that has p-value less than 0.05. If that's the case, click on that cell, define assumptions, and then here you can click on gallery, and then here you can click on all, and then you can scroll down and create your own empirical custom distribution. Click on custom and click OK. And then you can click OK again, and you can choose your data by just clicking on this show more option, and then you can load data, right? Load data. And then here you can choose location of data for Coke, let's say. I'll just click over here, and I can go to my growth rate for 5 years. First element, Control Shift down arrow, click OK. And then this is good. And I could just use this distributions if my p-value was less than 0.05. It's not, so I'm not going to use it, but I just want you to see that's a possibility. Okay, then if that was the case, I would just click OK and use custom distribution instead of Anderson Darling test results gave me Weibull. So instead of Weibull, I would use custom if the p-value was less than 0.05. All right. So let's close this. I'm not going to change my assumptions here. So that's it for this video. And as you see, you can create the assumptions based on historical prices using correlations. Until next video, enjoy business analytics.